In this lesson, we're going to be looking at the partial quotient strategy for division with a 2-digit dividend and a single-digit divisor. Sometimes this is referred to as the area model also, but we're going to call it partial quotient. Just to review our division terminology, when we have the big number that we're dividing up, it's called the dividend. It goes inside the house. The divisor is the number knocking on the door. It's the smaller number that we're dividing by. And then our answer is called the quotient, and it goes up on top of the house. In a different setup, the dividend comes first. It's on the end, the dividend, divided by the divisor. That's what we're dividing by, the smaller number. And our answer is always called the quotient. Okay, so the first situation that we're going to look at here is 72 divided by 6. And if you remember back to area models, we would have a number here. We would have our total, which is 72 here. And down here, this other side that we don't know is going to be our quotient. We're dividing 72 by 6 to find out the length of this other side. And we could mark that with a variable. Let's call it S for side. Okay, the first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 72 and I've got to break it down into parts. So I know that I have some options. 72 is equivalent to 70 plus 2. It's also equivalent to 60 plus 12, or 50 plus 22. Each of those equals 72. What I'm looking for are the combination that contains some friendly numbers. So when I'm thinking about friendly for 6, I know that 70 and 2 are not friendly for 6. I know that 50 and 22 are not friendly for 6. But 60 and 12 most definitely are. So I'm going to use this combination when I'm dividing up my 72. So I have split my 72 into 60 plus 12, and I'm dividing it by 6. So step 1, I have to do 60 divided by 6, which is 10, because 10 times 6 is 60. Then 12 divided by 6 is 2, because 2 times 6 is 12. These two numbers that I have here, 10 and 2, are my partial quotients. If you notice in the word partial, you see the word part. That means they are part of the quotient. In order to find my total quotient, I need to add them both together. So 10 plus 2 is 12. I can check my work, and I should, by taking my quotient, 12, and multiplying it by 6, and I should get my dividend. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 goes up, 2 goes down. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. Since I got 72, I know that my answer is correct. Let me show you another way to write this out. I can take 72, and remember I split it into 60 and 12. Then I'm going to distribute this divided by 6 to each of those parts. So I'm going to divide 60 by 6. I'm going to divide 12 by 6. 60 divided by 6 is 10, because 10 times 6 is 60. 12 divided by 6 is 2, because 2 times 6 is 12. Add those partial quotients together. 10 plus 2 is 12. So this is just another way to write that same information. Here we have another example, 39 divided by 3. Again, I need to break up my 39, so I could do 30 plus 9. I could do 20 plus 19. I could do 10 plus 29. But remember, I'm wanting to look for friendly numbers. And numbers that are friendly for 3, if I look at my friendly number chart, I would see 30 plus 9 is a good choice. So I partition this area model into 30 and 9. And now I'm ready to divide. 30 divided by 3 is 10, because 10 times 3 is 30. 9 divided by 3 is 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. Now I have my partial quotients, and I add those parts together to get the final quotient. 10 plus 3 is 13. I check my work. Quotient times divisor should equal dividend. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. 39, 39. My final answer is 13. Here's one more other way to do it using the distributive properties. I broke 39 into 30 plus 9. Then I divided each of those parts by my divisor, which is 3. "30 divided by 3 is 10, one partial quotient. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Add the partial quotients together, and I get 13, which is my final quotient. Final example, I have 56 divided by 4. 56 can be divided into 50 plus 6, which is not so friendly for 4. I could do 40 plus 16. I could do 30 plus 26. I could do 20 plus 36, and the list goes on and on. But I'm looking for friendly numbers for 4. I know 40 is a friendly number, and I know 16 is a friendly number. So I'm going to go with 40 and 16. And I'm dividing by 4. 40 divided by 4 is 10. 16 divided by 4 is 4. I have my partial products, which I then add together. I get 14. Check my work by taking that quotient, 14, multiplying it by the number I divided by, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 goes up, 6 goes down. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. I get 56, which is the dividend I started with. So my answer 14 must be correct. Showing it a different way, if I break 56 down into 40 plus 16, then I distribute the divided by 4. "40 divided by 4 is 10, because 10 times 4 is 40. 16 divided by 4 is 4, because 4 times 4 is 16. I have my partial products, or partial quotients, sorry. Add those together, and I get 14 as my final quotient. So this video lesson has been about finding partial quotients for division using two-digit dividends.